not saying anything about Alvin Kamara since Mark Ingram's back. He ain't getting as many points, but
I think there's keep him healthy for the playoffs. I think honestly.
Think that's good?
Was it good?
I think that's good.
I mean, he's a prime target. So.
he had 26 last week.
We're live. You can always hop in whenever if you ever want to.
He's special guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta have to get back.
All right. We're live. The On the Table, episode 2. I'm your host, Bromac, and the guest tonight we got Mike.
Yeah.
And once again, we got Mr. Fogel over here. Tonight's episode sponsored by My Co Cafe Coffee. Great coffee. They come in single packlets.
This is a latte.
We got latte and we got black. You know, they come in single packets inside this giant bag. You can buy a whole bag for $15 or a single packet for $1. Let's get right to it. All right. Tonight we're gonna start off talking about Thursday night football. Shittiest Thursday night football game probably all season. The Raiders and the 49ers. Marshawn Lynch out for the season. 49ers whole team should be out for the season. Who do you guys got in tonight's matchup?
What's the spread? You know, I feel like
I think the 49ers have the spread.
Yeah, I'd probably go 49ers. Honestly,
I don't think Gruden's going to get a spread on him all year.
I'm hoping they pass to Jared Cook for the whole night. Hope he gets like 30 or 40.
Oh, you started?
Yes. Zach Ertz is on the back.
Now to talk about the good football games this week. 4 o'clock game this weekend. There's no good 1 o'clock games to be honest. 4 o'clock game. No, Saints and the Rams, 2 of the deadliest teams in all of football. 2 NFC leaders. Who do we got in this game? This one's where the opinions get real.
See, personally, I'm a Seahawks fan. My boy Mike here too, so I feel like I want them to hold out until we play them again. You know, we'll get probably bombed on, but
We don't take.
honestly, if I'm being real, it's at Saints.
I think it is in New Orleans.
If the spread's close, I'd probably take the spread on Saints.
If Cooper Cup plays, it's over.
But probably the Rams probably win, probably, honestly.
I think Cooper Cup will be back
You got
on
Rams.
Sunday.
Yeah, if Cup comes back, then definitely.
And Gurley, the Saints defense is
You know,
PJ Washington.
Being honest-
still can't tackle nobody.
the Rams have pulled off
I said
some
Washington
great
Rams.
games this year. Certainly against the Packers last week.
They are lucky.
Very, very lucky that Tom Montgomery fumbled and then he got traded.
Yeah, he got traded the day later to Baltimore.
But I do want to take, I like Drew Brees. I like the Saints.
Why Baltimore?
And I really want to see Drew Brees pull this one out. So I'm going to go Saints.
I'm changing my mind. I do think the Saints are going to win.
Okay,
I kind of do.
No.
I got a feeling because I don't know.
No.
Well,
Seems like the Rams are probably
It's going to be just like
I don't know.
the Grand Packers game. If they have lead time on the clock and they're ahead by a couple points, the Breeze will make magic happen with Michael Thomas. And Camaro and
believe
Lee.
it.
Yeah,
I believe
going
it.
Saints, for sure.
Because I think the Saints offense is just as
So
bad
I
as
think
the
we all
Rams.
agree that this is the week that the Rams lose.
Must 8:30.
We're gonna get to that, but the other 4 o'clock game, Seahawks and the Chargers. Chargers are 5-2, I think.
Trash.
Is that right? 5-2? Yeah, 5-2. They are like 5th in the power rankings in the NFL.
Trash.
The
We're 15th.
Seahawks being
Should be.
4-3, I think 4-3 or 4-4.
4-3.
We won 4 out of 5, man. 4 out of 5. We're on the hot streak.
So they are on a hot streak. Russell Wilson is playing significantly better than he did at the beginning of the
You
season.
got Doug Baldwin back. We don't have a tight end though.
And y'all have who?
Dixon
Running back
got
Chris
that.
Carson.
Boy, Carson.
Carson's showing up.
Yeah, he took off
He's
last
playing pretty
week.
good. He's playing pretty good.
Wish I wouldn't have dropped him.
On to the first. Obviously, there's no reason to ask you two who you have in this game. Both being Seahawks fans, and I have to agree. I'm gonna.
Can you ask yourself?
Go ahead. I'm gonna put your opinion.
I'm going to go Seahawks. Yeah.
Okay, so just make sure, Mike.
Seahawks. That's my fan opinion. If I was to choose, honestly, I still pick the Seahawks.
Just because it's at
See,
home, yeah.
all
If I was on the road, I probably would take Chargers.
Not being a Seahawks fan, I'm a Colts fan.
No, because our
sadly.
defense is really, really nice right now.
I think I'm gonna take Seahawks.
We have the
too.
best dual safeties in the league right now.
Yeah,
They're
without
producing
Earl
the most.
Thomas.
We have the best O-line, or the 5th best O-line in the league right now with pass blocking efficiency.
See, look, this man's got the stats. That's why we put him on the show. Late game, 8 o'clock game. Packers, Patriots in New
Goats.
England.
The GOATs going against each other, 2 12s.
Okay, right now, just putting it on the table since we're talking about the two GOATs. The other day, Tom Brady said that Aaron Rodgers is better than him, and he said if Aaron Rodgers was in New England, he'd be throwing 7,000 yards a season. No, he said 7. He said 7,000 yards a season. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady all time?
How many Super Bowls has Tom Brady lost? 3?
Tom Brady has lost 3, but you got to think Tom Brady has to carry.
Aaron Rodgers of 8 Super Bowls.
I have a great opinion on this one.
If he got to play to Randy Moss,
We're talking talent, like pure talent. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers.
But
who? Brady. But the thing about him, he's a smart player. You know what I mean? He gets the ball out quick and does quick. He has quick receivers. Those Wes Welker type.
But I think Aaron Rodgers has that too. I do.
He's had, although he had a Randy Moss year, Aaron Rodgers has taken some shitty teams to the playoffs. Like, I'm not saying that the Patriots are the absolute
I agree
best
with
team
Stephen
every
A.
year.
Smith. Aaron Rodgers needs to request a trade at the end of the season.
Yeah, like
he needs to get out of there.
for the most part, Belichick's a smart coach. He drafts good and he builds around his line. Like Brady's not getting hit all the time. I'm saying you don't really see him get injured
Belichick's
too often.
I think, and in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback to ever touch a football field.
From a talent perspective, probably.
Because if not, it would be Tom Brady. So if we're arguing who's the better quarterback, and I think it's Aaron Rodgers, then Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback to ever touch the field. I mean, you've never seen any quarterback clutch up like Aaron Rodgers can, ever. What was it, last week? The week before the Rams? This man threw a beautiful, beautiful pass and drove down the field and won the game. And we don't have to talk about what he did against the Lions or with Jordan Rodgers. Did he do it against the Bears too?
Yeah, beat that first week.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
So, I mean, I think Aaron Rodgers is the greatest quarterback of all time. I would take him over any quarterback in the league to lead my team for sure. Tom Brady's smart. He's a great quarterback, obviously, one of the best ever.
Brady's the GOAT, but that's just purely off success.
But I agree with Tom Brady. I think Aaron Rodgers, if he was somewhere with good receivers and a good O-line around him, I think he could throw for. I think he could break the NFL record for yards in a season.
So keeping my case, that if Rodgers got to play with Randy Moss, they would have won like 3 straight.
Hey, Randy Moss would have been with Brady's whole career, though. They probably would have won 10 straight. So, I mean, although they lost the 1 year he did.
No, like
so.
if you switch Brady and Rodgers, maybe Brady could maybe have 2 right now. Aaron Rodgers would probably
Okay,
8.
so I think Aaron Rodgers is the greatest player to ever touch the field, but I think Tom Brady is the LeBron of the NFL. I think Tom Brady could drag.
Tom Brady is
I
the
think,
LeBron of the NFL.
I think Tom Brady could drag any team to the playoffs.
You
You
think
say-
Giannis?
You say Rodgers or Brady's the LeBron?
I think Brady is
Brady
because
is the LeBron.
I think Brady can drag any team in a sense of Brady can take any team to the playoffs.
I think. I think the different opposite. I think Rodgers is like that. He takes shitty teams to the playoffs, but he doesn't always win it. I think that Brady's more like the Kobe. You know what I'm saying? He gets dubs, but he's got a good team around him for the most part.
It's like 2 years
And
ago.
I don't want to take away from Brady either. Like,
Because I mean, if
Brady's
you're comparing him to Kobe,
could be the
Kobe
GOAT.
was one of the best ever, and he,
Yeah, so I guess you're not. That's really not a bad way to go either. Yeah.
Okay. Well, 1 o'clock game to talk about just
Oh yeah,
because
I'm taking
it's huge.
the Packers.
Oh yeah, we didn't choose. I'm gonna take.
I'm
going
taking Packers too.
I'm going Patriots.
Patriots.
I got Rodgers on my
I like
team.
Rodgers
but
better than
I
Rodgers.
gotta go.
I say Packers
go
by
Patriots.
3.
That's definitely gonna be.
I like
close.
Aaron Rodgers better than Tom Brady.
Last team to have the ball. I'm gonna call that.
Fair enough. All right. Well, 1 o'clock game to talk about Mahomes versus Mayfield, the rematch from college, from Texas Tech and Oklahoma. Back in college, let me read off these stats real quick. Mayfield against Mahomes. Mayfield threw for 545 yards and 7 touchdowns. Mahomes threw for 734 yards and 5 touchdowns. So
Texas Tech.
over 1,000 yards of offense, over 125 total points that game. It was crazy.
Is that Mahomes full? That was just passing yards, 734, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Overall, he had over 800 yards.
800 all
With his
purpose
rushing yards.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, obviously this isn't a hard choice. I'm taking Kansas City in this one. They're the best team in the AFC, in my opinion, if not the Patriots. So
No.
I'm probably taking Chiefs still. That game was too close.
I don't think the Browns possess the talent. I think it is going to be a shootout. I think Mayfield will have a good game, just because I do think he's a good young quarterback. But Mahomes, I mean, this man in his first starting year as a quarterback is up in the MVP race.
I'm gonna say 34-17.
34-17. I'm gonna have to go 34-10. No, I'll say 34-17.
We'll go
I think
50.
Mayfield throws
We'll
2
go 50,
touchdowns.
15.
With
50 to 15. I mean, that honestly,
Tyreek
you
Hill,
know,
and it ain't even like, yeah, that's not even a
The only
long shot
good
to
bad
have, you know,
thing on
it's possible.
that against Mahomes is going to do with Denzel Ward, and he's been playing really,
Yeah,
really good for a
Their
rookie.
secondary has been solid. Their rush defense not so much.
Denzel Ward
but
has like 5 picks
their
on the
pass
season
defense.
already, and he's only a rookie. He picked up Ben. He picked up 2 picks in his first game against Ben
that's good.
Roethlisberger.
well, only thing let's talk about in the NFL is the MVP race. Mahomes, Gurley, 2 elite players, and I think honestly the 2 best players in the NFL. But in my opinion, I'm gonna have to take Mahomes to be having the first year experience. I know he's not a rookie, but first year experience as a starter, to be doing what he's doing is it's uncanny for MVP to me.
Seems like quarterbacks usually win them.
I agree.
And so I feel like if
Unless you have
they're
But
both
Gurley
balling,
literally has put up.
yeah, they're both balling out. They're
Todd
probably
Gurley is
quarterback.
doing a fantastic job.
I think it's
Yeah.
gonna come down to if one of them have one bad game, they're done.
I think Gurley. I would personally go Gurley, but if I
I
had
love
to
both
say,
players.
if I put money on it to bet, I'd say it probably goes Mahomes.
I love both.
I would say
players.
Mahomes
I
too,
can't
yeah.
pick
Yeah,
between them.
that's
I'm going Mahomes too because Todd Gurley is able to do stuff because his team is spread out with so many stars on it. You got 3 high-class receivers, a really, really good quarterback, and you are the best running back.
Mahomes does work with Kareem Hunt.
Mahomes got a pretty
Tyreek
bad
Hill.
little setup too, though.
You know,
Todd Gurley, yeah, you know who the Rams.
Well, it's a little different for quarterbacks. A little, I don't think it's hard, necessarily way harder.
Both
but
teams are-
Yeah, lead the team.
I do think Kansas City is the best team in the AFC, and the Rams are the best team in the NFC.
They play-
Who's the best?
I think they
The
play
Rams, hands down, the Rams.
To the Rams.
The Rams are undefeated.
Definitely now after what they just did.
When they play each other week 11, I think.
Week 11, yeah, we just looked that up
Yeah.
before the show. You know, Week 11,
So that's gonna be
Monday
the best
night
game.
football too.
That's gonna be
Monday
the best
night.
game. I might take off work.
Yeah, I'm probably taking Rams, and I think Rams are a better team.
Monday night football.
Just-
I'm gonna take the Chiefs though. I think the Chiefs will hand the Rams the first loss.
I do too. I really do hope that happens because I really like the Chiefs.
I do too. Hope Tyreek Hill gets 4
Well,
touchdowns.
what are the Rams bad at though? I don't like.
The
The only thing I was
their
trying.
defense is kind of
Yeah,
slow.
it was like the run defense was like kind of sloppy against.
But they
Green
just
Bay.
picked up-
Yeah, Fowler. Yeah,
Yeah, they just
Dante
picked up Dante
yeah.
Fowler.
But Talib is out for a while, so their secondary is gonna be good, kind of boo-boo. So Tyreek Hill can do
Hey,
whatever.
is he gonna be out for that week? You think, or is he gonna be?
He's gonna be out for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, that's surgery and everything.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, you already know it's gonna be a shootout regardless. Yeah. That
It's
game-
gonna be a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
Because you can't stop Patrick Mahomes. I mean, you see how he's more accurate out the pocket than Russell Wilson.
I mean, just
That's a lot.
remember that left-handed pass he threw.
Yes, he
He
does switch
couldn't do
hands
nothing with his right hand, so he switched hands and
while falling.
He threw a
And
forward
still
with his left. and I could go.
on the run. Most guys can't throw on the run with their throwing hand.
I
Like
can't
Patrick
throw at all.
Mahomes can throw on the
Just standing still, I can't throw like
I
that.
can't
so-
throw at all. So.
I mean,
You see me throw, I feel like
You'll just embarrass yourself on TV or on
look at
YouTube.
the flies throwing that roof.
I know. Well, on to the NBA. Last night, Derrick Rose dropped 50 points,
Man.
looking like prime MVP Derrick Rose.
I wish.
He was very emotional after the game, had tears, and he said, and I quote, "I worked my ass off to get here." You know,
It's a good man.
and I don't think there's one person in this world who was mad to see Derrick Rose do what he did. And if you did, you should
shame on him. Or her.
shame on them, yeah, because
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
they are.
Shame on
But
them
if
still.
anybody hates on Derrick Rose after what he's been through, he's persevered through literally the worst. What, 2 ACL tears?
2 ACL tear, 2 meniscus
Yeah,
tears. Then got traded to the Knicks.
And I mean,
he
this-
got dropped.
This
by
man
the
right here's been through it all because
No,
he's a Bulls fan, so
yes.
he was
I
really
was-
going through it.
When Derrick Rose won his MVP for Chicago, it took us to the Eastern Conference Finals when LeBron had D Wade and Chris Bosh on the Heat. Let's put this in the fact that he could not be stopped. LeBron and D Wade together could not stop him.
It was nice to see him have that game last night.
Is he gonna do anything near that?
Mm.
Let's not say
The rest of the
Let's not
season?
say if
He's
he's
not-
not game, but is he gonna produce?
I really do think he
Significantly
can
less
He's coming off.
produce.
He's coming off the bench. He's going to get 6
I-
man of the year.
Sixth man of the year, I can see that happening.
You think he's gonna?
Between
That's
him and
his,
Lou Williams.
he said that is his goal for the year is to win sixth man of the year.
Let's say, can you see him averaging 15 to 20 points a game this year for the whole season?
Yes.
I
He
can
would
say
need that
15
probably to get that. So what do you think?
I could say 15 to 20. I don't think he'll break off for another 50. I mean, it's possible, and I
I bet
hope
you
he
he'll get
does.
40.
But
I bet you get a couple 40.
You think
I
he
guarantee
If he
he
stays
can
healthy.
get something like his MVP season. He's learned a lot how not to get hurt.
It's all confidence.
He's on a really
man.
good team
When
right
you
now.
when you do that shit 3 times, you know you're kind of, he probably has been constantly playing with
Exactly.
Do I want to go all out with
He's
this?
scared.
Yeah, now I showing yesterday, probably it's back into him. Yeah.
I think he's scared. I think he hesitates. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think he take care of his body like he used to back in 2011. When he was still kind of a kid.
Yeah.
Now he's a little older, with like 28, 29 now.
I mean, man still did what he did last night.
Still the youngest
Kudos.
MVP.
Was you watching those plays? Like it looked like every team was like just dribble the whole time. We don't care.
Oh,
what
yeah,
we do.
yeah.
This like that one last play where he scored, where he like did the up and low fake. He literally just dribbled around in a circle like 3 times.
Good defense by Derrick Rose too. Blocked the tying
Oh,
shot.
that block was beautiful.
Clutch.
Well, on to tonight, Bucks and Celtics. Bucks are 7-0. Celtics are the Celtics.
Yeah,
I mean,
Celtics.
Kyrie, Jason Tatum, Jaylen
Kyrie.
Brown, Gordon Hayward.
I'll say this now. I'm taking Giannis to win MVP this year.
Really?
That's a
It's a bold statement. I like that.
it is bold, but it
He
is
putting up
very possible.
Very, very good
Oh,
numbers.
sure.
His team is undefeated right now.
I
They're
would,
probably on top of the East right now, which is really, really good. With
right now,
Toronto.
I think there's a few people in that MVP race. I think Steph Curry's name
It's
has
hard.
to be
It's
thrown in there.
hard because
Steph Curry's shooting
There's 2 or 3 of them that are
52%
going, yeah.
from 9 games from 30.
He'll
That
get hurt.
that Curry?
He always does. He always gets hurt most season. I bet you gets hurt. He twists his ankle or something bad.
Curry is 52% from 3 through 9 games. That is unbelievable to know how much that man shoots threes.
But they'll win the championship. Repeat.
What? Okay, so what do you think about the other night, Klay Thompson breaking the 3-point record and Curry being a gentleman?
I like the
And he
beard.
literally at halftime told Klay, "Go out there and break my record." Like
Yeah.
that's a good teammate.
Jackie Moon, baby.
I like the
Jackie
beard.
Moon.
Jackie Moon.
I like the beard and the headband.
Klay Thompson's
Yeah,
new
it
look
was
is
perfect for him.
Klay Thompson's killing it. He is. You know. You said that Friday night the Warriors and the Timberwolves. That tomorrow night Warriors Timberwolves. You know, D Rose at the 6-man versus the Warriors overpowered team. I mean,
Almost overpowered. It's not complete yet. There
well,
will be
once
some-
DeMarcus
They're,
Cousins is
they're
back,
overpowered and not complete.
Draymond last night was trying to recruit Anthony Davis. I
you
mean,
want me to take my spot? Especially if he's doing it.
Anthony Davis
Just
ain't
fight
going
tape.
nowhere though. I have to say that.
Draymond is a better recruiter than LeBron James is.
Draymond be whispering sweet nothings in
That's
people's
right,
ears to
dude.
get him to come here.
You got KD
Very
to
hot
come.
breath
Then
in
you
there.
got
Straight hot breath.
He
He
got
said, "Hey, look how many rings I have."
exactly.
You want one of these?
We can win more, man.
You know,
You got KD to sign, then you got DeMarcus Cousins to sign. The best center, probably the best forward,
Definitely defense.
maybe besides LeBron James.
Are you talking about KD?
Yeah.
Because I'm saying, honestly,
Ron, KD is probably the best.
Draymond's probably
I don't
one of
know.
the, could be the best defending forward type three.
Who would y'all take the best shooter in history? KD or Curry?
I think Curry.
Curry, but you're talking about like offensive, like
That's what I
weapon,
was- that's
like
what I was
all
saying.
overall. Yeah, KD might be the greatest.
KD
Oh,
isn't stop-
KD.
KD isn't
I
stopping.
thought you meant just shooting wise. I would have,
Scoring in general.
Yeah, I guess you give him the ball and say.
I
do
would give
something for me.
KD, but greatest shooter of all time is I would have.
Curry
said
is the great shooter. What is he
I
like?
mean-
20? He's not that old, and he's like 5th on 3 points made.
He's been in the league 9 years.
But
He's
Clay's
balling.
probably number 2 to be honest.
Plays up there.
Yeah,
and
actually-
Clay finished 1-2 for his career.
Yeah, I definitely. Although the way the NBA is going now, I mean, when Donovan Mitchell broke the rookie record for 3, so he could be up there too. Who knows?
Yeah, man. Tyler Harrow from Kentucky. He on his way. He's a god. So is Emmanuel Quick. We'll get to that later.
College football, biggest game of the week. Well, for other fans
For
other
other
than us,
people.
because obviously back here we're the king of Kentucky.
You see this shit?
Bama LSU, huge game even for Kentucky. This is a big game. Bama and LSU, the 1 and the 3, the 2 teams right now that are in the college football playoffs. As of right now, I think the college football playoffs are Bama, Clemson, LSU, and Notre Dame are the 4 teams. But Bama losing would keep them in the playoffs, I would have to say. 1 loss against the 3 LSU, I think it would knock Bama to maybe 4.
Yeah, with the way they're winning.
I just don't. Bama's overpowered, and that's even if Bama can lose. They are having one of their, and this is probably every year for Bama fans. This is one of their best years ever. Their starting quarterback doesn't even play the whole game.
I
Yeah,
bet you he
like-
will Saturday.
When he's out the fourth quarter, yeah, that's kind of
Tua plays 3 quarters and is going to win the Heisman. He plays 3 quarters a game and is going to win the Heisman.
Ain't that what Steph and them do in the NBA?
Yeah.
Drop 50 and 20, like 20 something minutes. 30
Tua can
minutes
put
and-
up
Up 90
60.
in 2 quarters.
Yeah,
Tua can
That
put
was
up like
games.
50
Shut it out,
points
yeah.
in
That was
3
stupid.
quarters, and then they just bench him
Take
because they don't
him
need
out,
him. And they let Jalen Hurts play. And honestly, I don't think Jalen Hurts is any good. So
You don't like him?
I just don't think.
I wish he
make
would come
the
to
NFL.
Kentucky.
No, he probably honestly still a top 3 SEC quarterback with being a backup.
I just don't think he'll
Don't
make
know
it
about
anywhere in the NFL.
I don't know. Like,
I got LSU's quarterback is Heisman material, and from State Farm is pretty good.
no, I think I would take
What?
Jalen. What?
I have
Well,
no
we
idea.
do.
Yeah, he's writing it out.
That's more.
I'll see you draw.
I'd probably
All right,
go-
Jacob.
I'd go Hurts 4 front, but I would say I'd probably take Locke. Locke's I forgot about him. Oh, he
Yeah.
didn't play too. He didn't play too well against
Jake
us.
Fromm's a
You say
god.
Locke?
Like Locke for
Missouri?
yeah.
I'm
He
sure
just-
I
they,
do.
they got him highly projected.
No.
Speaking of Jake
He's
Fromm,
better than fucking Connor Cook from Michigan State.
speaking of Jake Fromm though, that it does scare me because we do face Jake Fromm.
But
this
he
week.
plays Josh Allen.
We have Kentucky. In my opinion, Kentucky has the best defense in college football,
We do.
hands down.
Darius
Best
Leonard,
defense in college football.
Jordan Jones,
Our best defense of all time,
Josh
Yeah.
Allen.
easily. And
Our
we are
D-line
going
is
against
out here.
one of the best offenses Georgia has ever had.
And we have Benny Snell, and I don't think Georgia can stop the run.
But he still not going to be a factor. I'm telling you, they're gonna put 8 in the box and make us throw the ball.
They will. They're gonna bum rush our whole team because they know Kentucky can't throw.
Yeah,
The
that's
people
very
have
sound.
figured out that we cannot throw the ball, so that's why we're struggling to win.
We're gonna have to throw for at least 200. I'm not at 250 yards to do at least to probably win the game. That's what he had last week. He was like 260, and that was all fourth quarter
Didn't they
garbage.
put,
Or not garbage
um,
time, but
Cannon.
Yeah, one time.
Gun.
I think so.
Didn't
You
they
what?
put him in the gun?
Are you talking about the receiver?
No, the quarterback, the other one, the white boy.
Gunner Hope.
Gunnar Hope?
Did they put him in
He
like
came
Yeah,
in
and then
for
he
2
did
series
terrible.
and was awful, man. He was awful.
Gunnar Hope's terrible.
Also, he's the reason we didn't win probably just because of
Kelly
like,
Bryant?
I pumped Terry Wilson back up.
Kelly Bryant, you listening? You know what's good. Come to Kentucky. Next year. We'll be out.
So, on the Kentucky Georgia game, I'm very nervous.
I'm not.
I do hope Kentucky pulls this out. I'm not gonna say I think we will because
If we will,
we've struggled the
play
last
ourselves.
2 weeks severely.
Yeah, for sure.
Missouri was a miracle to win that game.
That was a tough game. The one with the scrimmage was the one before that.
because we're playing at Missouri.
We should have
This is
smoked.
Kentucky.
We should have smoked Vandy, and we didn't. So
If we win the national championship, I'll run around the streets naked. And I'll video
You've heard it here first, and
Yeah.
I will put that on YouTube.
Good.
You should flip the page. Oh, a big game also for Kentucky. Next on our list,
Penn State.
Penn State and Michigan. Michigan is ranked 5th. I want to say Penn State's 14th. Penn State beating Michigan and Kentucky beating Georgia will boost Kentucky. Kentucky's the 9 right now in the college football playoff ranking. 2 teams ahead of us, 6 and the 5. Losing could boost Kentucky easily in the top 5.
we win. Yeah, I think if we win, that we can't be no lower than 6.
No,
Regardless of what
I
happens.
agree.
And if we win, and if the couple people lose, like if LSU was lose, I think we win.
I think if LSU
Loses and we win, I say we would have to go above them.
say
I don't
LSU,
think so.
this is just per se. Say LSU, Michigan, and Georgia lose. That's 3 teams that are ahead of us, and we beat the 6. I think easily we're 5th. I think we'd be at 5.
Yeah, look, the teams we beat. Look at the teams we beat, and well, our own loss. Like Florida, Mississippi State, solid wins for sure. Missouri, bad record, but at Missouri with the top. What?
We're on camera.
What are you talking about?
Goofing around.
Alright, what was that? Okay, fuck, Jesus Christ, where the fuck? Come on, Mike.
He's talking about the
Playoff predictions. Yeah, I feel like we win, and that circumstance happens. We're going to.
I would say 5, and I would say right there that would leave us with Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, and Louisville the rest of the season. And I think those 3 are
Florida.
winners.
Florida's above us.
Are we?
Florida has 2 losses. They
Oh,
lost.
yeah,
to
are
Georgia.
we still trying to go to the game, bro?
We are going to the Middle Tennessee game.
When's like the last time you can take us there? Or would y'all down there?
You can buy them there because that game is not going to be packed.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
It's
afraid,
a-
I'm
it's a
afraid if like, we
cupcake
keep
game.
winning that they're gonna like because of the historic season and people might.
Middle Tennessee is a cupcake game.
It is, but I feel like if the way we're playing this year, if we somehow can beat Georgia, and saying win out and beat Tennessee and play them, we'll probably be sold out.
Tickets tickets right now for that game are $10. So
I see what happens this weekend, and we can. I can
Sounds
decide
like-
what we do.
Sounds like
we can literally buy the tickets this weekend.
Yeah,
$10
I'll say we do that. Yeah,
I mean,
I want to go.
Sounds like Cleveland games. $2 a ticket.
right now though,
No, I'm serious.
I know. So I wish ours was.
4 weeks left. College football playoff predictions.
Alabama, Clemson.
I am literally gonna go out on being biased here. I'm gonna say Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, Kentucky. I'm gonna say Alabama 1, Clemson 2, Notre Dame 3. Kentucky's gonna slide in there at that 4 spot. We are gonna win the rest of the season, win our next 4 games, so that puts us at 11-1, and that would make us play Alabama if they win against LSU in the SEC championship. I say Alabama beats us, but since they're the 1, I think we fall to the 4 spot instead of a 3 spot where Notre Dame is.
I feel like if we lose, they're going just because we're Kentucky, they're going to count us out. But
I say we put up a good game against Alabama.
if we absolutely we can just barely lose, possibly. I can see that.
I think our defense is the only one in the country who could put a fight against Alabama's offense.
I don't worry for our defense. I worry for our production on offense. Honestly.
I mean, I agree.
I think we can hang them. I don't think we can hang them for the whole game. We can't fall behind.
So right now,
Who we
I'm
got?
gonna go out on a limb.
That's your fault?
Alabama 1, Clemson 2, Notre Dame 3, Kentucky 4. I do think it's possible. If we beat Georgia, I think our team gets the motivation it needs to get there. So go ahead, give us your 4.
I'm gonna go Bama 1.
Alabama 1, fair enough.
I don't see Clemson losing. Clemson 2.
There we go.
Notre Dame's has had a good schedule, and I think that they're not going to lose the rest of the year, so I'm probably going to say them at 3. And fan in me wants to say Kentucky at 4, but I'm going to say, man, I part of me wants to say Michigan, but I feel like that's such a tough division in like conference. Like,
Big Ten, right?
yeah, those teams just beat up on each other, man.
They really do. Ohio State, Michigan,
Like Northwestern's leading.
Michigan
I think
State.
Northwestern's leading the West Side right now. I'm pretty sure of that.
Northwestern. That's
Yeah.
who Michigan plays. No, Northwestern plays. They play a top-ranked team this week. Mike, you should look.
Well, see, the thing about Washington State, to me, I just haven't watched them too much. I don't. Outside of the quarterback, I don't know.
Let's see the college football schedule for this Saturday. See who Northwestern plays. They're on there because they play a ranked team. Northwestern's not ranked, but they play a ranked team. It's towards the bottom. Notre Dame and Northwestern play this week.
I don't think Notre Dame's losing. I just don't.
I mean, I don't either, but Notre Dame,
But-
Northwestern has been
Hey,
the upset team.
If
this
that
year.
little buff-ass motherfucker starts dancing on the sidelines again, they might. You know what I'm saying? He gets all hyped up.
Does.
He was killing it.
I'm taking
So you
Alabama.
said at 4, who are you taking, Aaron?
I'll probably
You said Michigan.
come back to me. Give me some.
Come back. All right, Mike.
I'll go out the pocket here. I'm gonna move Alabama down to 5 because I think they'll lose to LSU, so they're not gonna be in it at all.
You think Alabama losing to LSU will knock them
Nice
out of the
bold.
playoffs?
For number 5, I bet you'll go down to 5.
And you don't think they'll come back and get back in the playoff race?
Knowing the college football rankings, how they put Alabama in there every year, they probably will. Just got some dumb shit. If Kentucky somehow gets in there as a 4, and them and Alabama stay even, same record the whole way season, they will put Alabama in there.
So, well, because their only loss would be to LSU and ours would be to Texas A&M. So, I mean, realistically, that's right. So, go ahead with your top 4.
LSU, Clemson. I'm gonna keep Michigan because I think Michigan will beat Penn State because they play Michigan. Penn State is one of the hardest stadiums to play at in college football. And I would love to say Kentucky, but I don't think I can. I'm gonna put Georgia in there.
Georgia.
So you think that LSU beats Bama and they go to the SEC playoff or championship and they play Georgia? You think Georgia's gonna beat them and LSU stays in? Or
Yeah,
you saying
because
that
If Notre Dame loses, then they go down too. I'm taking Notre Dame to lose against Northwestern because they play at Northwestern.
is that Northwestern?
Yeah.
Honestly, I hope they do, but I don't think they will.
So I have out of the box thinking over here.
And I understand. I understand where your opinion comes from, but you got to look at it this way: LSU and Georgia both win Saturday. They will play each other in the SEC championship, no matter what.
I don't see both of them making it if one of them loses.
Hey, I think whichever one makes it, whichever one loses in that SEC championship, I see their playoff hopes crushed right there.
Yeah, I do too.
So I'm thinking Bama. I just think they can. I don't know.
Maybe if
hoping
LSU,
Bama
maybe if
loses.
LSU lost that
Actually,
game.
I want Bama to lose on Saturday.
Realistically,
Really bad.
if Georgia wins, Bama loses and they play each other in the SEC championship without losing a game all year, and LSU's undefeated and plays a one-loss Georgia team in the SEC championship, I could see Mike's prediction being right. If Georgia could easily
would have to
get
win.
top 3.
Georgia would have to win, and LSU had to be the one.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Because
I
LSU
forgot,
losing one game to Georgia in the SEC championship, I don't think I don't see them losing.
No, they lost to LSU has one loss on that, right? They lost to
Florida.
Florida. Yeah, Florida. But that was that's not a bad loss.
Florida's a really
That was
good team
at
this
Florida.
year.
That was they got that pick 6 towards the end.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Florida is a really good team this year, and we beat them.
Yeah.
This is why I think I'm going wild and putting Kentucky in at 4. We beat teams that have proven they're good.
I'm looking at stats.
This is my prediction right here. If Alabama loses to LSU, I'm telling you right now, if Florida can beat if Florida can beat LSU and somehow LSU beats Alabama and we play them in the SEC championship, I think we can beat LSU. If Florida can beat them, why can't we? I mean, we beat Florida. We didn't have a problem really against Florida.
No. I gotcha. You're gonna go Bama 1, Clemson 2.
About to get naked in
You're
here.
going Notre Dame 3.
I'm prepared.
I'm gonna go off a little bit on the limb. Not really on the limb, 'cause they're still top 10 right now. I'm not number 6 or 7, 8. I'm gonna say Oklahoma wins out. A couple people above them lose, and Oklahoma gets in
Oklahoma's a realistic one.
with Kyle, Will Murray.
I thought you were going to say Baker Mayfield.
Nah, Murray's he's been having a damn good year too. If they didn't lose that game, he'd be in high discussion. Probably still is lower. He ain't gonna get to it, but
No, I don't think anybody's beating out Tua for Heisman. I don't even think that's worth discussion.
yeah, I think
Tua's taking the Heisman.
I'm hoping LSU runs over Bama. Bama is known to stop LSU running backs.
I like upsets, so okay.
Fournette was at LSU. He was Heisman material. He played Alabama, and he got like 10 yards rushing.
I hope Johnson is right because he's the only one that's not Kentucky. I hope you're the right prediction.
I hope I'm right too.
But if not that way for our team, Mike, I hope you're right because I like upsets. So I hope LSU.
I love upsets.
Yeah.
I love
so-
underdogs. I think it's the
And I
best part
love
about
seeing
sports.
Alabama not in the playoffs.
Yeah, SEC. I want them to always win it. If we don't,
He's a good
but
player.
I'm not Bama, man. Bama, y'all good.
Nick
Y'all
Saban needs
are
to come to
good,
Kentucky,
man.
and I'll be happy.
Y'all don't need that. We don't need that either, honestly.
Nick Saban needs to. No, I want it.
On to the best
I'll
time
love
of the
National
year.
championship every year.
It's the most-
If it was us.
Halloween is over. It is November.
Oh.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Almost.
College basketball, not Christmas. Christmas is great, but college basketball
I was
is great.
like, no, but yeah, college basketball, yeah, that's
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
For sure.
Tuesday, November 6th, the State Farm Champions Classic, like every year. Kansas and Michigan State play. That's the 1 and the 10, I'm pretty sure.
Trash. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in there. Trash.
Show the camera, Mike.
Kansas is
Trash. Kansas is number 1. There's top three teams in the nation are going on.
right now, after seeing
And if
some
we
of Michigan
beat-
State, I think Michigan State upsets Kansas in the first.
That's what I'm hoping for.
First game
I don't
of the
think I don't think Kansas is really that good.
But the game we actually care about, Kentucky,
That's
Kentucky versus Duke, easily the hardest opening game we've ever played.
Especially when Duke has.
I don't like it.
And
man.
Duke
I don't know
has
about Duke.
Zion.
I don't really know too much about
Hey,
Kansas
hey.
roster.
Old dude's gonna lock him down. Travis Reed from Kentucky, Big Diesel.
Duke
He gonna
does
lock him
have
down.
Zion, and Zion,
With Nick Richards, he was really, really good.
Zion's unbelievable.
He can dunk on anybody, he can block on anybody, but when you post him up, I don't see him having moves. And when you put him out on the,
I don't think he's fast enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't. Like, you put a real true big body on him, like a big, not just a big, like a tall, you say a center type player.
And
Nick Richards.
Duke is almost all freshmen this year. Duke is a fresh team. Kentucky actually,
Has
for
experience.
once, has experience on our team.
Quade Green, PJ Washington, Nick
Reed.
Richards, and
Reed.
Travis Reed transferring in. He's a senior, transferring in from Stanford.
So we have 4 veteran players.
He's
on our
projected
team.
a top 10
Or
pick out of college.
Veterans for Kentucky would be a sophomore.
Who is?
Travis Reed.
Oh, is it really?
He's that good. He's a monster.
And we have unbelievable talent this year coming into Kentucky. So
We're
Oh,
gonna
I'm
be
putting
good.
on Kansas football.
I hate to say I feel good about our team 'cause I feel good about our team every year. Obviously, I'm the recruits you bring in, but I actually feel like this is the year.
And I believe
This is
that
the year.
my man Tyler Harrow, Emmanuel Quickly, will be straight buckets. Tyler Harrow.
what's the spread for this Kansas game?
Ooh, Michigan State's 10. I didn't know that.
Michigan State has a 10-point. Wait,
No, they're ranked 10.
Yeah.
that's what I just said.
Oh,
Is there a spread?
Mm,
They would say it up at the top.
Yes.
No, right there. would say it somewhere. I would say Kansas.
Oh, it's too early. What is this, the 6th?
They got Kansas having a 60, basically a 2/3 chance of winning. So
I don't know. I'm taking Michigan State.
I'm going.
because I
I'm,
love
I'm gonna go
I'm
Michigan
gonna go
State.
Kansas.
I don't like Michigan.
Just to be a little different.
What
I
is
like
Duke? Duke is what, 4?
2, 3.
No, they're 4. It's we're 2. Are you sure?
We're 2. I think I'm pretty sure Duke is 4.
I'll check. I'm pretty sure 2.
There's different rankings though. So I've seen one where they had Duke at 11, and us 9. So there's some weird ones there.
I don't know where you saw that ranking.
It was a in-depth power index.
Oh shit! There. Who the hell's Gonzaga?
Oh, their top players are
Tilly.
So right now, obviously, I'm taking Kentucky over Duke, and I'm taking Kentucky by at least 14. I'm gonna say 14.
I'm hoping that
Oh.
I think Kentucky. We have experienced players on our team to lead our team, and we still have Brad Calipari. Brad Calipari doesn't play, but he coaches from the side, and he's really smart. He has his dad's instinct, and we have the best coach in college basketball, arguably. Actually, the 2 best coaches in college basketball are about to battle it out that night. But I think ours will rank superior.
79.
I'm calling it.
79, 73.
Way too early. Final 4.
Let's throw that in there since we're right at the end of the college basketball. Let's throw it in there. The way too early Final 4
Predictions?
You're up one too
Oh, that's not Kentucky.
much. Way too early Final 4. Right now, I'm saying Kentucky.
Y'all need to look at the list.
There's top 25 right there.
I'm saying Kentucky, Duke, Kansas, and I'm going to throw Virginia in there because Virginia has time and time again proven that they can make it that far. I'm going to say Virginia can. Is Syracuse on that list? Syracuse is on that list. But I'm going to say Kentucky. Actually, being realistic, Kentucky, Kansas, Gonzaga, Virginia.
I'm gonna go.
In the Final 4?
I'm gonna go Kentucky, Duke.
Gonzaga always makes it to the Final 4.
Kentucky, Duke, Villanova, and I'm going Kansas. Kansas. Yeah, that's it.
Taking. Villanova's not going.
Kentucky.
Maybe Kansas.
You seemed like you knew what you was going to say.
North Carolina.
I
Shut up!
put that finger up where
I was
like,
thinking.
two.
Because I don't think Duke only has 2 players.
I
And
don't
when we
see-
had 2 players, we only made it to the final.
I don't see Duke being able to play 2 games a
Which
week.
are 2 you think Zion and
Zion and RJ Barrett.
Cam's not bad though. Reddish. Honestly, I like Cam Reddish better
No,
than
we
Zion.
had John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins.
I don't
We got to the Final 4.
I don't see Zion.
They're not that good.
I don't see
I
Zion
like
and
that
Duke
John
having
Wall's
the,
lethal.
the stamina to play twice a week and make it through that 3 or 4 weeks process. I don't see them having the
I gotta see
energy.
their full roster. Them top guys are definitely star powered, but
I don't think Zion has the stamina to make it through all that. He'll
it's
be
not like
too
a hater.
tired.
I just don't think
Virginia's not that good.
I don't think
I'll
he's
say
a
that right
lottery
now.
pick player. I just don't.
Virginia's overrated.
I don't know.
And
They
you
play
know,
slow ball.
You speed it up.
Virginia.
Yeah. You speed it up. They're garbage.
I'm gonna take a
They don't have
rematch in my way too early national championship. I'm taking Kentucky over Kansas in the national championship. A replay of 2012. Kansas is unbelievable this year,
Trash.
but Kentucky,
Is shit.
I think we say this every year that we're gonna win it, and we should every year. But I do feel it this
We
year.
have misfortunes.
Let's be very unoriginal here. I'm gonna say Kentucky versus Duke.
I'm saving EJ Montgomery
Apply what everybody
comes
has.
off the bench. EJ Montgomery comes off the bench. I bet you he will get a double-double every time he comes off the bench.
I hope so.
All right. One more thing to jump into for any of you who play fantasy football. So Tyler, you need to really watch this.
Drop the Cowboys. Pick a different team because they are trash. How you gonna trade Amari Cooper for a first-round pick? He is not as good as Marvin Jones or Emmanuel Sanders.
Tyler, go ahead and listen up right now.
He blocked me on Instagram because I kept saying the Cowboy shit.
Can you pull up fantasy football app real quick? Sutton was one of the players to pick up this week in fantasy.
Cortland Sutton, yes. sir.
Cortland Sutton, with Demarius Thomas shipped out of Denver, Cortland Sutton will become a key receiver on the other side of Emmanuel Sanders. And I did put my waiver wire out for him, but Chase got him.
What was his name? Oh, Carlos.
Cortland Sutton. He is a player to pick up this week, I'm telling you right now. Our love-hate for fantasy this week. I see Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City is the team. The offense.
Can we just not use Chief players or Rams players? I feel like they're just loved, and you just love them every week.
I think that I agree. They're loved every week. So for other teams,
not every week, I guess, but most of the weeks, yeah, I'd say so.
So for other teams that deserve the love hate,
I like Devontae Adams against New England. I think he's not my team now, obviously, but I think that's gonna be a shootout.
defense is trash.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a shootout.
I
really, almost just about any Packers wide receiver. I mean, if you have him as a flex player, maybe Randall Cobb as a flex.
the Broncos play.
She's so Jordy. I wish the Packers.
Who does Denver play this week?
Houston. They remember
Yeah,
Demarius Thomas gets
They
that
play
big
Houston. Okay.
Tyrann Mathieu.
So Amanda Sanders gonna have a tough one this week. But
It
I
opens up sudden. A little bit.
It does. But let's see. Monday Night Football, Titans and the Cowboys. I have to personally say I'm a love for Zeke this week. I don't think the Titans are going to be able to stop him on the ground. What?
I hate the Cowboys.
Oh, I mean, I understand.
I hate him.
Help me out with the
Uh,
Cowboys.
Colts are on bye this week, so they're all hate.
Seattle.
Seattle, yeah, I like Carson this week.
What about the bomb?
Fuck Chargers. Chargers have a good, solid defense.
Fuck
No injury,
Chargers.
but
I'm gonna say Okay, I have Russell Wilson on my fantasy team, and I even
Start him.
say I have to start Trubisky again.
Oh, he's going against
Oh,
Buffalo.
they're going. Who?
Buffalo.
Yeah, go ahead.
What the hell's wrong with Buffalo?
I'm with you.
Buffalo's terrible.
But why?
No.
Let's
see.
see. Player. Kevin Benjamin's like 6'6", 250 pounds. He's a monster out there.
Other players,
I hate to say this because I seem so biased.
I have a hate.
They're both of my runners, but I think Hunt against always at Cleveland. Although Cleveland's run defense, is pretty shitty. I
Miles
believe.
Garrett.
And I like McCaffrey against the Bucks also.
I do like that.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's get the hate though.
I think Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. That's a rivalry game.
I do have one more love. Fitzmagic. I would play him this week. They play
He actually picked him up.
They play the Panthers.
Yeah.
Carolina.
Luke Kuechly.
Carolina
Eric Reed.
has had trouble stopping the pass this year. They're not a bad defense.
Eric Reed's back now.
Eric Reed's back.
He got a pick.
Okay,
man.
well-
He almost got a pick last year.
Still Fitzmagic. I see him putting up big numbers this week.
I bet you put James back.
When I come to hate, though, I might have to go over to Melvin Gordon. When it comes to hate with this Seattle defense,
Yeah.
Try to see the hell you talking to over here. You not know our defense goes?
No, I just don't.
He said he hates him.
Oh. Okay.
I
he's
said
gonna do good against.
Melvin Gordon's a hate for this
Yeah.
week. I don't see him putting up big numbers
Hell
against LA Chargers, not San Diego. I apologize.
Frank Clark.
Probably back.
They, yeah, Josh, you probably want to agree with this one, Josh. I don't like James Conner against the Ravens this week. I think he'll get you. I think he'll still produce.
I bet you
I-
can get you
but-
10.
I don't see him doing as much as he has been.
You don't think he'll get 10?
No,
he hasn't
he'll
had
get
less
He'll
than
get you
10.
10. He'll get you probably 15 fantasy points at least. I would think, but
The last 3 weeks, James Conner has what? 34, 29, and 39.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, last week it was almost the second half, I believe too.
38, 29, 35.
Against Baltimore. 8 against Baltimore last time they played.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be it. They already played him.
8 against the Baltimore.
I thought it was
At Baltimore. You're playing at Baltimore this time.
I'm still gonna start.
Yo, I'm starting. I would definitely start. Yeah, for sure. You can't not start him. In terms of hate,
What makes you think about
Another hate I'm gonna have for this week is if you have Baker Mayfield in your league, don't start him.
They don't know.
I know he had a shootout
Actually, I
with
was starting.
Mahomes. Kansas City's defense is not gonna allow Mayfield to all.
They don't have.
Kansas City doesn't have a good defense. No, but
They have 2 players basically.
But coming back to it, I don't see Mayfield. He hasn't gone off once.
This isn't a good team anymore. They traded away all his weapons.
A love for this week, Aaron Rodgers. Patriots defense can't stop him. It's
And
not
Tom
gonna
Brady.
happen. Packers defense can't stop
They
Tom
just
Brady.
traded out Clinton Dix. So they ain't got no corners for real. All their corners are young.
Salah Clinton takes safety.
Where they going?
Yes.
Okay, they still ain't got no safety. They got either, so it don't matter.
Um.
Play.
No.
I love Cam Newton this week. against Tampa Bay. I think
I love
he's gonna
that
have
field.
he's gonna have a
Tampa
ball.
Bay's
He's gonna
moving.
ball out, man.
I agree. I think anybody for the Panthers is going to ball out this year
I hope so.
or this week. I know you like to hear that, Dwayne.
Dwayne
What
Pollard
other
watched
games do we
this.
have?
Oh,
Here we go.
Detroit.
Adam Thielen is a big love for this week. I think Stephon Diggs is a big love this week.
Can I have
Playing Detroit,
maybe Tyreek?
I see Adam
Yeah.
Thielen. I see Adam Thielen getting closer to 200 yards this week. I don't see them. Detroit can't stop him.
What Zach Ertz think?
I think Kirk Cousins has a great game.
I would never
Fuck him up.
I have a hate for Matt Ryan this week against Washington.
Matt Ryan's
I think he's
trash.
gonna. No, he's had a solid year. I just don't think he's gonna.
Oh, Pates
I don't
this
like
week.
him this week.
Pates this week. I'm gonna have to say, Alvin Kamara, Drew Brees. Drew Brees. I'm gonna keep him on. Just the in between. But Alvin Kamara this week is not gonna produce. I'm telling you right now.
Are you more hating on him because
It's the
of-
Rams
of, like
defense.
the
Their
game,
D-line.
the game control, like how the game management, how it goes,
I just don't
game
see
flow,
Kamara putting up numbers.
Who did
I don't
Trey-
see the Rams letting him go anywhere.
Who did the Rams trade for? Cameron Jordan?
He's not going to be able to get to the flats to get a pass.
Do what?
Did they trade for Cameron Jordan?
No, they got Dante Fowler.
Is it nothing?
Dante Fowler.
Dante Fowler.
He-
It's good.
So he could flex.
Dante Fowler's immediately playing his team.
Demaryius Thomas too.
But
Bro, he's gonna.
what I see right now though is Alvin Kamara's not going to be able to run to the flats for a quick pass. Rams defense isn't going to allow it. They have a good zone coverage defense. And the defensive line right now, I'm telling you, Dante Fowler,
It is the best now.
Dante Fowler,
No
and
second.
Aaron
Wait,
Donald.
Did Dante Fowler? Did he play for
Jacksonville.
I thought he was for Jacksonville. That's what I thought he did for Jacksonville.
You're right. Dante Fowler and Aaron Donald are not letting Kamara
Those
through.
two and
That right there
and
is a
Matt
seal. That
They have the best.
Drew
D-line.
Brees is going to be under a lot of pressure this week. A lot. They're coming for him, and I guarantee they're going for the sacks.
Less than 2 seconds.
If the Rams get up early, I think Kamara has a big game. If the Saints get a lead, I think Kamara has a little worse. But
Giants in Miami.
I
The
have
Jets in Miami.
the Jets of Miami. I have Kenyon Drake as a favorite this week. The Jets aren't.
Trash.
They're not.
they
They're
are
not
trash.
great.
Yeah.
They are.
Forget me. They're just trash.
One more hate for this week, though, I have is Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry is not going to put up numbers against Kansas City.
He have Eric Berry on him. Or Eric Berry, not Eric Berry.
He's going to have Eric Berry watching him, and that's really what Cleveland has to throw to, is Jarvis Landry.
They got rid of every other wide. I guess they're going to draft wide receivers this year. I'm not sure. They don't have a coach anymore. Hugh Jackson got fired like a couple of days ago. For getting the team's first win in like 2
And
years.
I'm taking points away from DeAndre Hopkins this week, with him having, Demarius Thomas with him now. He's not gonna have the.
But yeah, Will Fuller.
And against the Denver defense.
Well,
defense is.
Denver's defense is not terrible. I disagree.
It's DeAndre Hopkins. He caught fucking passes.
DeAndre Hopkins has the greatest hands right now in the NFL. Undoubtedly, he's made the craziest
Hey,
catch.
He's the best receiver in the NFL right now.
I just got some breaking news from my sources.
The source?
Not good news.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Jordan Jones broke his right hand. He'll be out against Georgia.
You heard it here first. Jordan Jones
No,
out.
I'm sorry. No, he will play. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. With a broken right hand.
Hey, who's that fucking
Will
gangster?
play. Oh, I read that wrong.
Right now, though, I do think that's going to affect him.
He's gonna
a
play
lot.
like JPP did with that club. He's gonna beat the hell out of
Ooh,
Jordan
my
Jones is
God.
playing with a broken hand against Georgia. That's how you know the importance of this game right
Man,
here.
that sucks though, dude.
On the bad side, this could make his injury worse.
His Cash just can't. We had that cast on, didn't he?
Cash has
Somebody
been playing hurt too.
Yeah.
Cash Daniels is a monster.
But luckily, our linebackers are ridiculous with Cash Daniels and Jordan Jones. Jordan Jones is going to be playing through the pain, but I don't think
Josh Allen's going to pick up the slack. You already know out here.
there's
Number
no
one draft
slack
pick.
that Josh Allen doesn't pick up. He is in there every.
He picks up the rest of the slack that somebody.
I honestly don't see that being a huge effect for our game. It's small. As long as Jordan Jones doesn't get more injured, if he doesn't hurt him more, then I think we're okay.
I think Jordan Jones is going to be like on a pass defense more than a rush because he's going to leave the rush to Josh Allen, Cash Daniels. I bet he's going to fall back and
I
run
don't think Jordan's
pass.
going to try to run the ball on us a lot because they're not going to go anywhere with it.
That's true.
That's why
Jake Fromm is gonna try to put the ball through the air.
That's why I'm hoping that, because I think that if Jordan Jones plays the rush defense, he's gonna injure that. He's gonna throw out the gun. His hand's gonna be so bad.
He's not gonna play the minutes he's been playing though. I
It's
don't
gonna
see
be
it.
out. Shout out to my source, Jacob. That's my source. Okay.
Shout out to Jacob Fogle.
No. Jacob.
Oh, Jacob Farler.
Little bro, man. Shout out to little bro, man.
Shout out to my little brother.
Yeah, fuck little foe. You know what I'm saying?
I shouldn't even said that who it was, man. You know what I'm saying? My sources is real.
Yeah, let's keep that on the low if you're watching live.
I had to give him one shout out real quick. Go ahead.
Well, that's about all we had today. This was an actual long episode. I do like live streaming it better because we can talk more. Last episode, actually, me and Aaron went for about 25 minutes, but I edited it down to 15 because
We could also do
recording on YouTube on your phone, don't do it. Don't upload from your phone unless you're live streaming. I might have to get Lavantra to bring a camera over here so we don't have that problem anymore. But this has been episode 2 of On the Table with Mike and Aaron Fogle. You know, go ahead and, since it's live streaming, we gotta walk up and turn this bad boy off.
Peace.
How do you
Big Blue.